It has been a whole 3 years since we've updated our holiday gift guide for RVers, so it is definitely time to update that. We have a lot of things that have changed since last time. Also, of course, we wanted to get this out before Black Friday so you can get the best shopping deals. So if you're looking for a great place for ideas for your favorite RVer, you've come to the right place. I have a lot of great suggestions for you. Also, Tara can't join me for this particular video because she is recovering from a major surgery. She is doing well, however, but it's just going to be me flying solo on this one. Of course, all of these recommendations come from our own experience. Every product we're going to recommend, we have used or at least used a variation of it, and we recommend and think would make a great gift. I am also trying to share things that don't require intimate knowledge of the RV for which you're buying. So you don't have to worry about sizing or type of RV or stuff like that on most of these. So they're easier to give as gifts. Speaking of prices, we're going to be showing some screenshots here, and the prices that you see on the screen may vary from what you actually see. Additionally, we may have discounts on some of these. I'm going to have all of those details down below in the description, but also in the blog post we'll have even more details. So if we have a Black Friday sale or a discount code or something like that to share, that'll be with that information down below. Also, those are affiliate links, so we do make a small commission off of those. That is part of how we run our channel and how we fund it. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but we would really appreciate it if you would use our links. I'm going to jump through these really quickly just so I don't waste your time. If I didn't cover something or you have an extra question about it, put it in the comments down below and I will get to that. I'm going to be monitoring this thread through the holidays, so ask your questions down there. First item up on our list is one of our favorite things ever in RVing, and that is our Garmin RV GPS. We have the 895 model, which is the 8-inch. Every RVer out there, especially ones with larger RVs, really should be using an RV-aware GPS, meaning the RV is aware of your RV's height, its weight, its width, and it will route you based on those specifications. You don't want to have a giant 47-foot RV just using Google Maps. That would end up very badly. Now, we have used software GPSs like Copilot and RVeLife and other hardware GPSs like the Rand McNally, and the Garmin is by far our favorite. We have the 8-inch model, as I mentioned. They also make a 7 and I think a 10, maybe a little bit bigger one. We'll have links to all of those down below, but we have the 8-inch model and love it. The next item I want to talk about is our TPMS, or tire pressure monitoring system. Like the GPS, we've used several brands and models throughout the years, but our favorite by far is the TST507. It's a color screen, it's touchscreen, and that touchscreen makes it super easy to program. Now, why do you need a TPMS? Well, because these large trailers, they can have tire issues and even blow out and you not even know it. Additionally, because it's monitoring pressure and temperature, you have the best chance of being pre-warned about a potential issue like a blowout. We've had ours go off a couple of times when we've had blowouts, and it's not fun, but it is nice having that peace of mind that you know all 6 or 4 or whatever of your trailer tires are being monitored, and well, you'll be notified if there's a problem. Next up, a great item for RVers is a water filter. You're traveling all around, connecting to unknown water sources. It is really good to have a filter system on there. Now, a lot of RVs come with a single filter, and those are great. We installed this triple filter system from Blue Technologies. We really like it. Now, you don't have to buy this one that needs installation and plumbing and all that stuff. There is an external model that just connects right up with the hose from shore water and is super easy, and it makes sure that your water goes through all the way down to like a 2 micron antiviral type size. So a water filter is a great choice. Next up is our huge power Watchdog Gen 2. Now, we have the Gen 1 and love it. This Gen 2 has Wi-Fi, which means if you've got an internet system or your campground Wi-Fi or whatever, you can connect this thing to Wi-Fi and access it over the internet from anywhere, which is really cool. You don't have to be next to your RV to be able to check on your power, make sure it's still connected. I think you can even turn it on and off. It's really pretty cool. Now, this does more than just surge protection. It also monitors your power for things like open ground, miswired pedestals. One of the biggest things it does is it will actually shut off power if the voltage gets too low, because that low voltage can damage expensive components in your RV, like your air conditioner, hydraulic pump, things like that. So This thing protects against all of that, and it's great. It's a great gift for somebody with an RV because it's something they should really have. Next up is our dash cam. Now, we have had a couple of these as well. All of them are Vantru, so we've been staying true to Vantru, and they've been really good. The last one we have was the N2S. I think the N2X is out now. But the whole idea of a dash cam isn't just to catch jerks on the road. It's to catch those jerks who might want to defraud you. I've seen so many examples online where a big semi or a large RV or some big thing has a car pull in front of them, and then they get brake checked, and then they slam into the back of somebody because you can't stop these things on a dime.
This terrifying moment caught on camera.
Well, how are you going to prove that that wasn't your fault? I mean, you rear-ended them. That's where a dash cam is worth its weight in gold. Now, we haven't had to use it in a litigious situation, but we've got it in case we ever do. It's a great gift for an RVer, either towing or driving a Class A. Having this protection is a really good idea. My next recommendation is called a Smart Shunt, made by Victron. I covered this recently in a video I'll link below. The whole idea of this thing is you can program it to your battery or battery bank, and then you connect it to your negative lead on your battery and just move everything to that. So that way, everything going in and out of your battery system is monitored, and it can tell you exactly how much energy you've used, how much you have left, and how long that energy is going to last. Without something like this, it's just a big guessing game. Most of your panels go by voltage, which is very, very unreliable. So if you've got an RVer who you know might be doing some overnight camping, boondocking, things like that, this is a great gift for them. For this next recommendation, I'm breaking the rules I set up front initially, in that we have never used this, although I've seen lots of videos and it looks really nice. Also, you might need to know a little bit about their RV, and this is the LevelMate Pro. Now, this RV that I'm in now, and our last RV, has automatic leveling. I push one button, it levels it, and I'm done. I don't worry about it. But we've recently borrowed some travel trailers that don't have automatic leveling, and they have to be manually leveled, and going in and out and like pushing the jack up, going and checking the level, going back to the tongue, backing it onto blocks, trying to check the level in between. It was a huge pain. And I was really wishing we had one of these, because all you got to do is look at your phone and it'll give you the orientation. Now, you still have to do everything manually. It's not going to be magic and just level for you, but it makes the job a lot easier. So ask the RVer in your life if their RV has auto level, just, casual conversation, and then buy this for them if they don't. This next item is one of the things that I was most excited to discover for myself this year, and it's a big departure from our recommendation 3 years ago, and that's an air compressor or an air tire inflator. 3 years ago, we recommended the RVer, and that worked great, but it has to be connected to our battery, and then I got to run hoses, and I got to go to each tire and hold it. This thing is awesome. This is a battery-powered pump, uses the DeWalt batteries if you happen to have DeWalt tools. But the nice thing about it is you dial in the pressure you want, you push go, and you just walk away and go do other stuff. Let it fill it up and stop at the exact pressure, and then you move on to the next one. It's super, super convenient. It's also about a third of the price of the RVer, so I really, really like this one. Next up is also super important to us because our little fur baby Daisy, who some of you may know, some of you may not. The other way. Super, super important to us, and protecting her is paramount. So that's why this is a day one item for us also. It's the Waggle Pet Monitor, and what this thing does is you just plug it in. I think ours is right up over here, and it watches the temperature and reports that temperature over cellular, so it can just connect up and you can see it on the app from anywhere. And the whole idea here is it's going to measure the temperature and the humidity, and it's also, of course, going to measure power. So if power goes out in your RV and you're away, you get a notification immediately, and you can start monitoring the temperature. Hopefully turn it back on or whatever you have to do, maybe get back. But the whole idea is you're informed and you know what's going on, because we've heard some really, really bad horror stories about people leaving their pets and going away and power goes out, and you don't want to, that's just horrible. So this is something we really highly recommend if your RVer friend is traveling with a pet. Next up is a pressure regulator. This is, again, something every RVer needs on day one, because you're traveling from campground to campground, and some of them, most of them have kind of lower-ish pressures. But you still need to dial them down. Some have really high pressures, and you definitely have to dial them down or they will damage your RV. Now, we have tried the little inline ones that are real cheap, that are just kind of a fixed pressure, and those suck. They're really, really bad. They cut down your water flow really bad. We've had the best luck with these type of adjustable regulators, so we can tweak it at each location to get just the right pressure. And this particular one is stainless steel, and it has been great, so that's the one we recommend right now. This next one may save your RVer friend's marriage because it is our two-way radios that we use anytime we're maneuvering the RV, but particularly when we are backing into a site. Now, a lot of people like to use their phones, and that's perfectly valid, but a lot of campgrounds, you don't have cell service. And then you're just that annoying person who's yelling out your window, and they're yelling at you from the back, "You're too close!" So don't let your friends be embarrassed by being the guys who are yelling at the campground to back in. Use some radios. Plus, it looks really cool. Plus, if you ever need to like stop traffic or do something, a walkie-talkie just makes you look really official. Next up are these GoveeLife water leak detectors. Now this is, again, I'm breaking the rules a little bit here because our water leak detectors are by Ring and they plug into our Ring alarm system. But these are great because they run by themselves. They have a little gateway and you can put these things everywhere. So they detect water leaks, in case that wasn't obvious. So we put them under our sinks, behind the toilets, in our basement, behind our wet bay. That is a really key one. But the idea here is that you can have a very small leak that you may never notice until it's caused a lot of damage by soaking down into your underbelly, getting your insulation wet, getting the wood wet, getting your floor wet and warping. Water can cause a lot of damage, especially if you don't know it's there. And that's where these things come in. They go off like a siren because they're a siren, and will notify you when you have a leak where you probably can't see it, like in your wet bay down behind the wall and stuff. So this is a really great tool that can save your RVer a lot of money in the long run if they have a leak. Lucky number 13 is our Mopeka Pro LP Sensors, I think is what they're called. I'll put it on the screen. But these are the little things that we put on the bottom of our propane tanks, and they use sonic waves and stuff to figure out exactly how deep the liquid is in the tank, and give you a very, very precise measurement of how much liquid propane is in your propane tanks. Because other than that, there's really nothing. I've seen a couple of RVs come with a pressure gauge on there, and those can be okay. Most RVs, though, come with nothing. You have no way of knowing how much propane you have unless you're going to take it out and weigh it or use some other method. I did a little test on these, and I'll link that video down below, but these are another great option as a gift for your RV friends. Next up is also kind of in the realm of monitoring things. This time it's temperature, and it's this guy right here. This is our digital wireless fridge and freezer monitor. Even though we have a residential fridge now, we love the peace of mind. If your RVer has one of those absorption fridges, those are notorious for being difficult to control the temperature of. But either way, something like this is a great idea because not only does it monitor and show you the current temperature, it shows you the high and the low. So you can say, oh, while I was gone today and the power went out, did my food reach a temperature that's non-food safe? And do I need to replace all my food, or can I keep it? Again, knowledge is power. Next up, I want to share some roadside safety items. This is more of a group bundle than anything because there's going to be a few items in this number 15 that I'm going to share. But the first of those is these collapsible cones. Now, these are great for a couple of things. Number one, if you have a roadside emergency and you want to be able to put out, I think regulations or recommendations are to put those little triangles like every 20 feet or 10 feet or something. These are even bigger, and they have a little flashing light on top. And while they're great for a roadside emergency, changing a tire, something like that, they're also great if you just happen to be somewhere where you just want to have some extra visibility around your camper. We've stayed at some harvest hosts where we had to park on the road, and these gave us a little bit of peace of mind just kind of putting them out and around. But they collapse down really nice and compact for the RVer. Also in that safety mindset are these high visibility vests. Now, if you have to change a tire or something like that, it's great to have these. Put them on, make yourself more visible, use the cones. Everybody should be more visible. They're also great when we've had situations where we've needed to block traffic on a road because we're backing into a driveway and we're blocking traffic both ways. Gives you better visibility. And like I mentioned, if you have this vest and a walkie-talkie, you've got some authority. Also on this safety bundle are some roadside LED flares. I like these, keeping them separate in case there's an accident or something at night. And also a first aid kit. You should definitely have one of these, and even if you don't know how to use everything in it, at least you have it. Maybe somebody will come along who's a doctor and can use those things. But, you know, it's a good thing to have. My last recommendation, and it's really more of a category again, and that is a membership. We have a couple of memberships that we recommend. Number one is RVeLife, and particularly the RV Trip Wizard part of RVeLife. This is an awesome tool for planning. In fact, we did a whole video on it recently that I'll link down below. But this is a great gift because it is a really good research and planning tool for RVing. The other membership I want to recommend is Harvest Host. Harvest Host is a group of locations that are wineries, breweries, distilleries, golf courses, museums, all kinds of really cool stuff, where instead of just, you know, say you've got a 2 or 3 day travel situation, instead of stopping at an RV park or a Walmart or something like that, you stay at a Harvest Host and you get to try out a new brewery or winery or whatever. It's really neat. So that's our favorite way to travel, is through Harvest Host. So those two things are great membership recommendations. Finally, if none of the stuff that I've showed you has caught your eye and you still don't know what to do, I've got two options for you. Number one is this gift card from Mobile Must Have. Now, a couple of the items that I've talked about, like the filter and the regulator, are for Mobile Must Have, but I really wanted to recommend some sort of internet solution. That's just not possible because every RVer's needs are different. The amount of coverage they're going to need, whether they're just watching TV or working, it's a complicated situation. But you could bail out, buy this gift card, and make them make the decision. They can call and set up a consultation with Mobile Must Have and then use the gift card to purchase whatever it is that works for them. And last, but certainly not least, is our store. Over the 7 years that we've been traveling and doing YouTube, we've come across a lot of products. We now have over 500 different RVing products in our store from various affiliates. So it's nice that they're all in one place and they're all searchable. So if nothing I explained or talked about tickled your fancy, then perhaps go there and just browse and look around. You can search. Also in our store, I am creating 2 new pages quickly just for this video. One of those pages is going to just have all the stuff that I've shown in this video. And the other one's going to have some bonus items that are maybe some great stocking stuffers. So be sure to check those out. We hope you found this guide valuable and helpful. And if you did, we ask that you please share it with your RVing friends. Like I mentioned before, if you have any questions, put them down below. I'm going to try to get to all of those throughout the holidays. If you would be so kind as to please like this video and subscribe to it if you haven't already, we would really, really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.